Hey, my name is Devin. I'm a Canadian living in Barbados on the Welcome Stamp visa. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you're interested in the Welcome Stamp visa, travel in general, or just following me on my adventures. I'm just going to talk a little bit about our first scuba dive, which we did on the weekend. We've been wanting to go scuba diving since we got here, and I just kept putting it off, because I needed to do my refresher, and yeah, I had exams come up and that kind of thing for school, so it just kept on getting put to the side. So finally, I finished my exams and I was like, we are doing this. We're going scuba diving. So we got scheduled for 9:30 on Saturday. We went with Westside Scuba, which was amazing. The reviews on Google really are accurate. They just talk about how friendly these people are, how they make you feel so safe and comfortable, and it is 100% true. The second we walked in, they just kind of treated us like family. We were filling out the paperwork and they were chatting with us and just made it a really comfortable experience right from the get-go. I hadn't been scuba diving since I was certified in 2017 in Australia, so I wanted to make sure I did some sort of refresher. Instead of doing like a full lengthy course, we kind of did like a refresher on the boat and then one in the water once we got in, and that was it. And I was super comfortable at that point because it was the little things that I kind of like forgot, like what a regulator is. Anyway, so we got there at 9:30, we filled out some paperwork, the usual medical stuff, showed our scuba certifications, and got fitted with our rental equipment. And then we just waited for the other party to arrive as well, because there was another couple who was coming out at the same time as us. They were gonna do some dives separately while I kind of did my refresher, and then we did a second dive where all four of us were together with the dive guide and she was a scuba diver who was getting her her dive master. So she was like kind of always at the back with us. So as I said, on the boat we reviewed the various scuba apparatus that we use, kind of went through setting up the tanks and everything and the regulators and attaching that stuff. I still don't even know what any of it's called. I just know how to do it, so I'll take it. And just kind of went over like the general really basic stuff of scuba. So that was dope. The first dive we did was Carlisle Bay Marine Park, which has 6 sunken ships, and so there's a couple wrecks. There's a sailboat, which is just like a surface one. You can't actually go inside of it. And then there's a tiny little telephone down there too. Super fascinating. I didn't bring my GoPro because I just really wanted to focus on getting used to scuba diving again. Sean wanted to do the same thing. He didn't need a refresher, but he also hadn't been diving for a while, so we just agreed for the first one, we'll leave the GoPro at home and we'll bring it on the next ones for sure. Kind of low-key regret it though, because we saw so many cool things. In the Carlisle Bay Marine Park, we saw a sun tanning lobster. We saw a puffer fish or a blowfish. What are those called? I don't know. It wasn't blown up, like, you know, when it's all defensive, but you could tell it was a blowfish. I think that's what they're called. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. Okay, I guess they're called both. So now that we've cleared, now that we've cleared that up, there was lots of schools of fish. Each kind of wreck had a school of fish near it, so we got to see them, and the fish were very like mellow. They wouldn't really scatter away when we came by. I'm sure that they're used to tourists being there. There was like so many boats in this bay when we got there, and lots of even snorkelers as well. So we had to look around there, saw some really cool stuff. And yeah, that was the first one. The second one was called the Pieces of 8, which is a reef off the south coast. The highlight of that one was definitely seeing a stingray who was just kind of circling around us. I guess once they see that there's divers, they associate that with food, and then they'll start hanging around because they think that there's some sort of food involved. But it was really, really cool to see one. I don't think I've ever seen one before when diving, and it got pretty close to us, which was amazing. Then we got back to the boat, we helped carry some gear back, and we all kind of sat around and chatted. And we chatted with the dive master while he cleaned and sanitized all of the equipment, and then this other guy rolled up who wanted to sign up for some scuba diving down the road, and we all just kind of sat there and chat. I think this is just how Barbados works. You kind of sit around and you chat for ages and ages, and no one's ever in a rush to be anywhere, and it's just great. I love it. We went and got some lunch at the boatyard, which is right next to the scuba place, and Had some really yummy food. I tried the famous Bajan macaroni pie for the first time. It is a dish which has pasta and some sort of like spicy tomato sauce in it and cheese. And it was really good, very tasty. I don't know if that restaurant in particular would have the best macaroni pie. I genuinely don't know, but I'm certainly gonna try it again because it was really, really good. We also witnessed some sort of altercation with a staff member and a family at the beach, so that was interesting. I still have no idea what happened, and I tried incessantly to Google what was going on, but she hadn't like gone on and made any complaints on GoPro reviews or anything, unfortunately, because I want in on whatever happened here. Fascinating. And then to top it all off, on Sunday we got a bout of heat stroke, so I slept for the good part of the afternoon and just kind of felt generally not well all day, but it was worth it. I just need to remember to put sunscreen on my back next time and be a little bit more careful in the sun, because normally we're very on top of that, and I think we were just so excited about the whole scuba experience that we forgot sunscreen. But anyways, that's it. Next time I'll make sure to bring the GoPro so I can actually show some footage of the dives, because it is incredible. But in the meantime, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're interested in following our travels or information for the welcome stamp visa or information about travel in general. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.